Lock it down, Judy.
I don't waste my time with cardboard.
Sand out some of my own runs. Professional.
Well, yeah.
Here we are, back inside Jenny Junkin. Oh yeah, scorched her. We're back.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Friday afternoon. This is what we're going to do today. I've been in here. I'm stuck in research and development mode. But let's catch them up in case they've never been here before. Two-wheel drive suspension is all gone. Four-wheel drive axle and springs and stuff is sitting here. We don't have a kit. We don't have an idea what we're doing. I have an idea. But this is a disclaimer. I'm building this all myself.
We're not teaching you anything.
No, I learned this from watching others. So there's several people online doing it, and that's where I got the idea from. So far, this steel here, this is my front plate. I went yesterday. We're not allowed to film at the steel yard. And I was so bundled up, he didn't even know who I was. I had to pay normal price.
Because it's stupid cold.
All right, so we got that's at least a 5/16 front plate. And then I bought random 1/4" stuff. We have our crossmember kit that we're working towards. Mountain Dew. I don't know who they are. They sent me stickers, slagfactory.com. That's where I got this stuff from. Hangers came with all this. That'll go there. So these are my front spring rear hangers. And we got plate. I got stuff. They sent stickers. I like rocks. A couple of stickers. Slag Factory, Metal Fab, Structural Steel, Equipment Repair. I ordered it online. It came right out. You can't hate on that. So this is what I've been doing. And I probably should have been filming it for the super fans, but I figure it's kind of boring. But this is where our two-wheel drive suspension bolted in. There's nuts welded in. These are pass-throughs where the others came all the way through. We'll still utilize those. So here it is. Driver's side, engine outside.
Nice.
We have that. And then this is driver's side, bottom plate. Under here is the 3 bolts the suspension went to. This will be 1/4" steel. And this will go like that.
Nice.
And then there'll be another plate on the inside. This motor mounts right here. There'll be another plate on the inside. I'm going to have these two welded together and bolted on. And then I'll move this stuff. I'll get the other side done. Then I'll get inside and make my template and make my piece. So I have both of those for both sides. I have all this steel here. It's going to get messy, but that's what happens. I got my front plate all marked out. Here's why. Usually, I'm probably even the one who said that I don't waste my time with cardboard, but I did. This was important. Let me show you this. Under here was a factory sway bar, and then like a weird bolt here. So what we're going to do is I've already trimmed this out. See here where I've trimmed it? And we're going to need to put some paint on this. So there's a bolt here, and a bolt here with nuts welded inside the frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
This arrow represents the center of our leaf spring pads. This line and this line represents that and that, okay? So I have overlap here, overlap here. This will all be 1/4" plate. I had to drop this for this stuff. I got reference lines everywhere. I got 1" reference lines. I got center marks. So this will be my plate. That is the super thick steel. And then these guys, they came with the Slag Factory stuff. This will weld to this, but it'll all bolt on. Factory bumper bolt holes, we're going to use those. We're going to use these factory holes. We may add a couple. This will all be, this whole thing will be able to unbolt and take off.
Awesome.
I don't know why, I'm just doing it that way. I don't want to weld into the pan. It's not necessary. We'll sandwich everything. We'll get the bumper brackets back on it, sandwich everything in there. This front plate will never move. Once we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. We'll have at least 12 bolts holding this on, and then 3 factory bolts in the bottom holding that on. So 18 bolts holding this front plate on.
Sounds good to me.
These will weld to that, but we'll cut holes out to where I can still bolt this first piece on. And then when I'm kind of giving myself more here because I've never done it, so I haven't figured out the science of the rear hangers and the kingpin kickback. You want your kingpins kicked back 6 degrees, 4 degrees, so it steers good. The kingpins being your center of your front wheels right here. You want those to lay back a little bit to help with steering. So we'll figure all that out with an angle gauge on this flat piece right here once we get there. That's what I'm doing. What are you doing?
I'm gonna sand out some of my runs and go to town on my truck, get another coat on there.
Right.
I went and dropped 80 at the new Tractor Supply today on 5 items. So
Well,
got to do it. It has to happen. We got to get it done.
all
So.
right, enough talking. Get the heat on, and we'll catch you up here in a minute.
All right.
Already burn a hole in that one.
Is that the fireproof one? Right now. That just happened.
Well, so much for flame retardant.
No kidding.
It's like a real big tree. Got a bigger saw, bigger tree. It's up a little more fight. I'm just trying to spread out so it don't get too hot. Ooh. Big deal.
It looks so good.
From the template to the real thing.
Man, I love it. Nice.
So the only thing left to do is kill myself drilling holes.
Your favorite thing.
I'm gonna go through some drill bits. I haven't even thought of that yet. So holes, lots of holes, so it'll bolt on. Mm-hmm. More stuff to make. That's what I'm gonna keep doing for
All right.
probably for days.
Yeah.
3 days.
Well, we're doing it though. That's all that matters.
Let's get it done.
You've cracked the egg.
This is we're
Making your omelet.
oh yeah, the egg's sizzling. We'll never run again.
Yes.
We'll never recover.
Oh my God. Here we are, back inside Jenny Junkin. I went and got more red paint today. I'm gonna spray paint this black. That's the first thing we're gonna do. And then we're gonna get to the red. Where are we at?
So we're moving right along. We're bending things with no brakes. I will tell you where my inspiration comes from. They may not know, but if you go back in time to a time when they was building monster trucks and 4-wheel drive lifting things, Bigfoot's old shop, pictures of them lined up out front. That's always really stuck with me. That's what I'm striving for. And I feel like those guys, when they really didn't know what they were doing,
Yeah.
but they kept doing it.
Yeah.
So underneath here, we got the sway bar bolts, and then we got a front pan bolt. I guess it's just reinforcement holding the front apron to that. So I've made this bracket, the mother of all brackets. All right, so this goes in here. We're using these factory van hardware. We'll measure everything 100 times. We put a little bend in that one. We're putting that one on there like that. Then this guy here, will mount to that. I got a lip here for my plate to sit on.
Perfect.
Get what I'm saying?
I do. That's
We
great.
won't even have to hold it up.
That's good.
We'll put it up there, and then that'll also help me mark the holes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll get it up there. We'll put a clamp or something on it. Then I'll be able to go in the back, reach up in there with a light, and mark my holes. Save me some time measuring. So I just gotta make one more of those after these messages, and then we'll have two front.
Moving right
These are the
along.
center of everything.
Yeah.
This here will be that.
Mm-hmm.
And then once we get this to set on that, and then get on the side, get the tire center in the axle, center in the wheel well.
Mm-hmm.
We'll measure everything, just like you would do in anything. You build a house or whatever. We're just using a lot of common sense.
Yeah. You're doing a great job.
Thank
You're
you.
moving right along.
Thank you.
Good job. How's it going? Looking good. Looking good.
So, I guess on this build we got to do a clothes count. So I
Oh,
blew out
yeah.
my pants the other day. So that's one pair. I blew these out today. I've had these probably 10 years.
Man, they're wore out.
And then I burnt a hole in 2 shirts. Maybe 3.
Golly.
I don't know. It's like being shot. Did it go all
How
the way
many
through?
layers that melted it to it? Oh, yeah. Scorched her.
So 3 shirts, 2 pair of pants.
2 days.
It's church fans. They're coming
Golly.
after me.
Yeah, they don't. They don't want to get you to take this any closer to
I
heaven.
got jacks on it so they can't crush kill me.
They think they've took it closest to heaven they can get, but we're trying to take it higher.
Alright, which where we've taken it. Who's that?
What?
Can take me.
I was thinking
Is that
it.
damn Yankees?
Yeah, it was. Good one. Good.
was a
That
good
was a
catch
good
right there.
recall. Yeah, and I was thinking it in my head. That's
Alright. Our 3-bolt system's working. 1/4-inch steel under there.
Nice.
Custom bent. Providing us an excellent place for a weld. Same with this. This is just first look.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
know.
centering it up from here, reaching in the back, drilling, marking holes. I'll move this stuff out of
It's
your
all
way.
right. You're not in my
It's
way.
a real Top Gun around here.
I know.
Danger zone. But that's your front plate right there. What
I'm
do you think?
excited. It looks really good.
do
It
you
looks
think of
really
that?
nice. Like professional.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. It looks really
I
good,
don't
babe.
have- yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
It's going to look good when we're done.
We're working
We'll
on
have
it.
to. We'll have to check out the unsponsored bolt bin.
Yes.
We may have to go to the store.
You need to say it more dramatically.
You could need some Batman.
The unsponsored
Hetty,
bolt bin.
yeah. Over at the unsponsored bolt bin. People are probably wondering, what the hell's he riding on about?
We're always just
Hey, if
being
anybody's
dumb.
ever gave you free bolts, you know what I'm talking about. All right, we're farther than we've ever been.
I know. Good job.
I'm gonna start doing this for a living.
All right, we got it sanded down. I spray painted the inside of this black, but I might use some black tractor paint on it too. Today I stopped by Tractor Supply and picked up some new brushes, some lacquer thinner, and another can of paint because somebody said to thin it down. So I'm gonna try that this time. I did have to sand out some of my own runs.
Just run more.
Listen to him.
It'll just run
I
more
think
if you
for
did
the
it out.
second coat though.
I mean, if you did it out.
Oh. So that's what we're gonna do. I heard him saying, over here.
I was gonna brag to you, now you got me nationwide. I just want you to take a look at what's going on under here.
Yeah.
Check this out. See that fitment?
It does
Look at this
really
fitment. And
good.
then look at this fitment right here where they all come in, huh?
Oh, wow.
Now this may go in or out. I just used the bolt that hole they had.
Yeah.
But I mean, come back here and look at that. That's within a 1/2-inch spread.
Oh, that's real good.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's looking fine.
Mm-hmm. Just like
And-
that.
And if we ever want a winch, we'll have all this play. I don't know if we will. The bumper will probably go right back on it, but son of a gun. Once we get these right here in.
It's coming quick already. I told you it would. We just got to push through
Jessica
it.
White, when he gets done dancing on that picnic table and Hank Three's playing, he says, "Lock her down, Judy." And that's what I say. Lock her down, Judy.
Hey,
There it is, man.
lock it down, Judy. All right.
It looks really good.
Nothing's welded, but damn, we're looking fine.
It's looking great.
Yeah, so I'll get to square this up, start marking. I mean,
Yeah.
man, I'm just gonna keep making templates.
Okay.
We're looking real good now.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, check this out. Not welded, but ready to weld. So this is using factory 2-wheel drive cross-member bolts, pass-through bolts. There'll be a bracket that goes up inside there. There's also bolt holes. Those are the bolts I had a real hard time getting out. We're going to use them again. And then what we'll have is a 3-sided saddle for our engine cross-member to weld to. Hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, I have the engine cross-member in. Well, I don't know, because we need to paint this stuff. We need to get it all mocked up and then set it over there and paint it. So maybe by Sunday, I have it all done. Like I have to drill. Well, I better slow down.
Wow.
This is going to take a while drilling all these holes. I don't have a torch. I got to drill them. I don't have a mag drill. I have to drill them. There's no way around it. Got this side done though too. Same deal. Factory bolt holes, strength. If it was strong enough for then, if it's strong enough now. 3 bolts along the bottom. There's one missing. I gotta make the hole bigger. And then 3-sided. So the engine cross member will be removable. If it ever bends or breaks, I can take it out. Everything will kind of be removable. Everything's bolt on so far. I bought these from the place we showed you earlier. And then this bolts onto the 3 factory holes in the bottom. And then, like we said, I'm just.
We just gotta weld it and bolt it,
Yeah.
paint it, all the little things.
Yeah. I don't know if this is exact yet
Right.
because I've spent all day cardboard template and cutting everything out. It's all just sitting here with one clamp.
It looks great.
And these are adjustable. I know these are a 1/2 inch too narrow. I need 31.5. So I gotta bump these out a little bit. So they won't look as perfect, but it'll still look pretty good. That's real nice. And then I got that bent and I feel real. This is the first one I've ever done. Let's just be
It
honest.
does. It
about
looks real good.
I feel real good about that. This will never come loose. This will never break off. This won't come off going down the road.
Right.
Once those bolts are in and those U-bolts are in, this front end is located.
I'm
I
excited.
feel real good. We've built some pretty cool stuff, and we have some pretty cool stuff yet to finish. But we knew this going in. This was going to be real top notch.
This has been a
Chart
real,
topper.
real treasure the whole time. Real excited about it.
Like it may not go viral because there's a lot of dumb people out there.
Yeah.
And they won't know how great it is.
It's true. It's a
But-
it's a rarity.
It may be a one of
16.
Yeah, if you Google 92 Beauville 454, there's not very many of them. They had
No.
to be special ordered, and they had to be long wheelbase, and they had to be G30s.
Mm-hmm.
And it says Talawanda.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? I mean,
It's a treasure.
yeah.
All right.
We
Well,
should
I'm
name
ready.
We should have named it Jesus Christ,
Oh, Lord.
because it's one of See? See?
Oh my gosh. I'm ready to go to dinner. We're going to the
On
spillway.
that note, we better.
Let's go. We're back. Saturday. Well, afternoon now, but I guess morning.
Yeah, day 2 of the heavy fabrication work.
Yep.
It's not going too bad.
We're just going to film bits and pieces because you don't need to see the whole process because it's long and drawn out, but
Yep. Last night we left off in a really positive place. Everything's looking good up front, so I can't finish the suspension until I have the engine locked back in. And somebody left a comment that said, "Lock it down, Judy."
Hey, hey,
There it is, man.
lock it down, Judy. Yeah, all right.
Did you see
I
that?
didn't see it.
Yeah, lock her down, Judy.
That's great.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm locking her down. So we actually did our first bit of welding so far. We got our side plate welded to our bottom plate, still bolted in so it couldn't warp. And then now I got to get up in there and make templates of the inner plates, cut those out, drop this out. Well, I'll tack weld it in place and then drop it out, bring it over to the table, weld it back in. We need to paint this stuff before we put it back in, and maybe what's behind it if we're smart. So that's what I'm doing. The only nerve-wracking part is this. So I've already mounted the motor mounts. I took the stock steel solid motor mounts off the top, and I put the rubber mounts that come with this kit in there. They're in there now. The problem is I have to cut these sidebars down, and there's no way to stick it up in there, and I'll hang a plumb bob or something. That's probably what I'll do off the motor mounts, and then I'll have to trim these down to get this in there. Once this is in and tack welded to this plate, and I can get it out and weld it in, bring it back over, put it in, put motor mount bolts in it, bolt it in, then that will be done with the structure inside. So that's a big step. I'm gonna try to put some gussets on this. I don't know if it needs it. I don't know. I'm real skeptical about this, especially having a big block. If this was a small block, I probably wouldn't worry, but being a couple 100 pounds heavier, it worries me a little bit because this isn't very thick. I mean, that's 1/8 inch wall at best. It might be a little less. I could rip that baby loose with my bare hands.
Oh my gosh.
So that's where we're at. What are you doing? She is painting in a white sweater.
Yeah, I thought it'd be fun today to see how dirty I get on a Saturday in the shop. I was wearing gloves.
I was like, what should I wear today? So I put on the same burn hole clothes that I got. And this isn't I was extreme grinding right there on that spot. So it is what it is. It's just barn clothes.
Yeah.
I burn them up.
Yeah.
So we're back at it.
We're going to see how dirty this shirt gets today.
She's painting. Show them what you're doing, babe. It's a real slow process. And
Yeah.
a little more or less talking, more working.
Yeah, but...
Shut up.
Oh, man.
It is what it is.
I'm getting ready to open my second can of MF Red, but that door has 2 coats on it now. Dry. That looks pretty good. You can see my reflection in that. Dash has 2 coats on it. I'm going to do 3 on these for sure, but it looks good. That part has 2 coats on it. Doing good. Working away. This is what we do.
What we're doing right now.
All right, we're 2 coats in. That was the first quart, I guess. First quart, this is the second quart. I'm like more than half through it, but we're 2 coats in. It's looking good. Look how shiny and nice.
It's a lot of fabrication work, I'm not going to lie. This is the motor mounts, supports, then the motor mount will go between that. She had red out, you're not going to see that. I had her coat it because the brush was wet. So we'll let that dry, we'll slide, everything we paint on this will be black. We just didn't want it to rust. So if you see red paint, the brush was wet. That's a cannon.
Yeah, that's what
So we let these dry, we ran out of fuel, but we've got a lot done. It's a lot of work. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to be honest with you.
It is.
If you want to do it yourself, it's a lot of work. That's how I just drilled. I just spent the last hour in every drill bit I had drilling this up.
Yep. His favorite thing to do, drilling holes.
Yeah. So we'll let this sit here for a little while. I got to fix a few holes. I tore every tooth off of my hole saws, so I got to clean that out. But it's made. It's got to go up there and get tack welded together, and then we'll bring that whole thing off and paint it. So we're moving right along. My next step when that dries will be to get the engine cross member installed.
Big deal.
Once Once now that this is done, I'm going to focus on that, and we'll show some of that. So stay tuned.
Oh
We're into the
yeah.
meat and the potatoes right now. This is going fast. This was probably the part I was most worried about, but it's not in yet. But we have it shortened, trimmed. They brought these with it to bolt in, but I'm going to use them as weld in, just more area, more area. I've expressed my concerns about it, so we're going to run it. If it breaks, we'll fix it. I don't know. Trying to get my parts to my painter. You see, my painter, she's got a style of her own, and she acts real fast as soon as you get her the parts. So I got to get her the parts. We've got her brackets back in, and then this will weld to the inside of it. It's really no frills. It's just got to get in there and do it. You know. That's getting ready to happen. Double check everything if you ever do this, because your stuff will fall off. But the engine had sagged. We probably could have tightened the ship up some more up there. You know, crank down the binders a little more. I noticed the fan was into the shroud, so I'm glad I looked. And then we got that moved. It's dark under there. That's the problem. It's dark under there, so I don't get filmed. But
It's okay.
I'm getting ready to get under there and get this tacked in good, and then I'll pull it all back out, finish welding it, test fit it one more time, and then you can paint all that.
Okay.
And then we'll put that. Then I'll start getting the front plate on, and then
All right.
we're getting there.
All right. Yesterday we said we were going to come down here and just work our little hearts out, and that's what we've done. We've been down here all day.
Yeah, this is it's not going to get itself done.
No.
That's the thing about it. There's nobody in here going to do it for us.
It's true.
So a magical team would be nice.
We are. That's us. We're the magical
I
team.
don't button my shirt before I
Put your
put my
gloves on.
gloves on, but these shirts have buttons instead of, well, snaps instead of buttons. Turn my valve on, will you, please? You know, get them done, drive them.
That's what our goal always
There's no point
is.
in having a whole yard full of stuff you can't drive. It seems like we got a lot of that, but we're almost there. We got a lot of projects getting ready to come out. Like my butt crack. Well, something's different now. Something changed. I think the motor moved over a little bit. There she goes. See that?
And
Well, burn myself. Watch yourself. Show me what you got. Is that what he says?
no, he says, shake your ass, watch yourself.
Shake it!
Show me what you're working with.
I was close, wasn't I?
Yeah, he is close.
Nothing like some good overhead welding. Wow. You know what that is, Judy?
Locked in.
Locked in, Judy. Watch yourself. Man, it's a big deal.
You're the man with the van.
18. Ain't it? Somebody done called it that.
Yeah.
Somebody done A-team.
It ain't even close.
If you got a van with,
If you have a van, period.
if you have a van with anything done to it, it's automatically an A-team van.
Everyone says it to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Now hopefully it'll come down out of there. Watch yourself. Show them what you got. Is that it? Yeah.
Show them what you're working with.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I need something. There it is. There's what I was looking for. Claw hammer. Where was I? There's a lot of problems can be solved with a claw hammer. Maybe. Oh yeah, here, I'll get these up in there. Baby, pow. MacGyver as a kid, you know?
Oh, yeah, I loved him.
You loved him?
Yes, I loved watching MacGyver. I loved his little tricks.
Him and the Inspector Gadget.
Yes.
Come out there. See that? See the benefits of a claw hammer?
Mm-hmm.
I got all the bolts out.
Yeah.
Got paint on everything. I think I'm bleeding a lot.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
About got my face. It's coming. As seen on TV. Look at that baby, huh?
Nice.
Let's get that away to the table. Okay, I'm gonna burn all this in, wipe it down, and it can be painted.
All right.
And then it's going back in for its final.
That's amazing. Moving along.
Front plate is going to go over and get bolted on so I can weld the lower mounts onto it so you can paint it. This is good to go, ready for paint.
All right. I'm going to get on that while you're working on that.
Dog piss out of all that, so it should hold. It'll have to break a lot of dog piss if it don't want to hold. So by the time you get that painted, I should have the brackets tacked onto this. I got to make a stop at the unsponsored bolt bin.
Perfect. That was perfect. I'll zoom in on your face for it. Like this.
Unsponsored bolt bin.
All right. You get on that and I'm going to paint this.
All right, we're back. It's Sunday, day 3 of fabrication. So I've only been down here at the barn about 10 minutes, and I was able to install our cross member. I got to get some bolts. I got one. I'm missing a bolt there. It's laying around here somewhere, but I got that in. I got grade 8 motor mount bolts in with lock nuts, nylon locking nuts on there. I'll probably end up somewhere along here welding a tab for brake lines to go behind here. This is a rear brake line, which is still hooked up. And then this is a front brake line for this side over here, which was always a problem. He had a compression fitting. There's a compression fitting right there. We're going to go up in there, take it loose, and just get like I'll measure it 60-inch line. Then same here. These are factory. These aren't compression fittings. These are joints. There's a difference. These are fine. These are not. Don't use these. You can use these. Do not use these. So the engine is holding its own weight. We'll see how that goes. I feel pretty good about it. As long as we don't ramp it or continue to do A-team stuff with it, it should work. We got the front plate painted and ready to go on. That's what I'm going to do next. The red, don't mind the red. You'll never see it again. She had paint on the brush and there was a little rust there, so I had her hit that. Stay. Don't fall on my head. It would have. Just gonna put these bolts on loose. If I can get it started. Now she won't fall. Alrighty. Now I find my impact and my 14. Alright. We're gonna leave those loose, then we'll suck it back. I'm actually gonna use bolts for now. Then I'll come back and use the real bumper bolts. That way I can get it for sure tight. The unsponsored bolt band strikes again. There it is. I knew I had another one. All right. There she is. Get this bolt in. I'm gonna have it off one more time though. So, there it is. I'm gonna have it off another time, one more time, so I can weld these on. But there she is. She's fitting good. Should work out nice. Now I can get the jacks out from under it, get the front end positioned under it, and start figuring out where to land my front spring hangers. That's going to make everything land perfect, the wheel and the wheel well and everything. So that's probably what you're going to see on the next video. So we got the front plate on. We got the engine cradle in, just missing one bolt. It's good to go. That stuff inside can come out. And then we're going to start lifting her up and down and start getting that front end under it. Once we get the front end under it, we got to make rear spring hangers. We got to make a tie rod end for the crossover steering. Figure out shocks. So I knew I wouldn't get it all in one video or even two videos. I knew it would take me a little while, but 3 days after today, I'll have that front end under it. This video will continue on into the next video, and I will keep working. So we'll see you.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up. We've gotten a lot done. You've seen it for yourself. We've been down here. Today is Sunday, so I actually put my shirt back on so that I could show you what a mess I made of myself. There it is, white shirt painted with red paint. I also gave myself a little dye job on the tips of my hair that I wasn't aware of that I was doing. So that's where all that came from.
I also got arthritis from getting up and down 500 times.
It's true.
2 days to tear it down. Today's the third day of fab. This video's ended, but like I said a minute ago, I'm going to keep going, and hopefully we had some stuff slow us down today. Hopefully by tonight I have it sitting on its own weight. I don't know. That's my goal, but I'm a long ways from that. But the engine's bolted in, and this is our first look here, kind of where we're going to be. Obviously, these aren't the tires and wheels we're going to be running on it, so
I'm excited. You guys said that you wanted it, so we've been hard at it in here for days. We're trying to get it done as quick as we can because we've got a little trip south planned, as you know.
Yep. If you like it, hit like, subscribe, share the video.
It's important to share the videos,
Yeah.
guys. We appreciate it so much. It helps so much.
Everything, every little thing helps.
It's
Everyone
true.
that shares it helps. Anyone that buys any merch seriously helps. So we
Yeah.
appreciate that. We're still a small channel. We're trying to do big things.
Make sure that you've got your calendars marked for our car show, May 16th and 17th. It's going to be a fantastic time.
Think I'll make it?
There is, I don't know, there's no pre-registration. You pay cash at the gate when you come. So if you see on our event page where somebody's saying registration is open, it's a scammer. I'm sick of deleting the scammer posts. So F you scammers.
Yep.
That's it. That's
Yep.
all I got. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Piece and grease.